Holy crap! Hey guys, I'm Jamey, your fireside chef, and tonight's recipe is a whole chicken. We are doing a Dr. Pepper can. Now it's not just Dr. Pepper. I'm going to show you the seasonings that I'm going to add to this. The other trick that I use when doing a whole chicken on an open fire is, I don't know how well y'all can see this. My lighting's not too great at night. That way I can set this directly on the fire. If I want to build my fire up to where the flames are licking up around the skillet and everything, I can do that. It's not a big deal. So I do that because I want to save all those juices to make a gravy. Let's get started. So I'm going to do the outside of this chicken before I do anything. This is just, it's Uncle Chris's gourmet steak seasoning, but you got to make sure it's the extra fancy Uncle Chris. It's not regular Uncle Chris. It's got to make sure it's extra fancy Uncle Chris. So I hope you got two Uncle Chris's. One's regular, one's fancy. Okay, lifting that wing. Lifting this wing. We're going to press that in real good. Turn this sucker over. Same thing. Spread them, bucko. I do have a really neat technique. Like if you want to roast a chicken, instead of having to tie everything together, I'm not going to do it on this because it'll screw me up for the beer can rack. But next time I cook a whole chicken in the Dutch oven, I'm going to show y'all a really neat trick. No baker's twine needed to gusset your bird from going spread eagle while he bakes, I guess. So, alright, we're about as heavy as we're going to get for now. Maybe a little more there. A little more there. I mean, don't be scared of this seasoning, folks. It's just skin on the chicken. I mean, but that skin is ooh-wee. Alright. Let's set that turkey to the side. Well, not turkey. I guess I better not use that term. You jive, turkey. Set that chicken to the side. So now what I'm using, I don't even know if this has ever been used or not. Oh yeah. So this, gotta love living in this humid freaking climate. I mean, you use your own judgment on this, but remember, it's just the steam out of this that's gonna carry that flavoring up into the chicken. Uh-oh. This is what happens, so you gotta pay attention. Starts foaming over. So this foamed up when I put the Classico seasoning in there, but that's alright. And now I've got these whole bay leaves. I'm going to put 3 of them right down in there. I don't know what it is about the bay leaves, but they help reduce the fizzing. Okay. So now we're just going to take a bunch of this basil, put right in there on the top. So now we're just going to sprinkle some basil up inside this chicken. Alright. So now we're going to set this bad boy right over the rack. Alright, I will be right back. So we've got our chicken ready to go. And we're going to set this bad boy right on the fire. Just like so. Alright, so we got our chicken on. But you know as well as I do, it's not going to cook just over the open fire like that. I mean, it will, but it's going to take forever. So, watch this. We're just going to take the lid from the trusty old Weber. So the lid to the Weber, is just resting on top of the chicken. It's going to keep all that heat in there. It's going to act as an oven. So I just pulled the lid off to inspect the chicken. Man, I don't see, you see how brown it's getting right there? Now you may notice I took all the grates off except for the one that the skillet's sitting on. And I did that so I can just slide everything down, stoke the fire if I need to. Yes, I'm out of breath because this is the part y'all normally don't see. So I did some impromptu modifications to my lid situation. Took 2 of my little stainless steel mixing bowls, which I won't even lie, those are dog bowls that I buy at Dollar Trees because they make perfect little outdoor mixing bowls because they are a cheap grade of stainless. So now the lid is not resting directly on the top of the chicken. And you can see we're right at 300, which is perfect for slow roasting a chicken. This thing is going to be so good, y'all. Man, I wish you could smell what I'm smelling. The time has come to make some adjustments to our fire. Yeah, that chicken's looking good. Man, I wish y'all could smell it. This thing smells, I mean, whoo-wee. Make your tongue slap your brain out. Deliciousness. I mean, my mouth is watering. I'm just walking around this thing. I can smell that Dr. Pepper. Put another big log in there. That's a pecan log I just put on there. One that you just saw me chopping. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid back on it because we're getting all that smoke. I mean, whoo-wee, now my eyes are gonna water. That is a beautiful bird. Man, oh man. According to my thermometer, we are ready to come off of the fire. And this thing looks amazing. Let me reach up here and turn some additional light on. Hope that helps. Let me get this thing over here under some better light. I mean, can you see this chicken? I mean, look at the skin just peeling off of it. I mean, according to my thermometer, we are beyond where we really need to be. And this is where I wish I had my cooking gloves, because I just picked this chicken up off this rack. So, I'm going to show you all a little hack. Take a piece of tin foil. I'm going to cut this one in half. For whatever reason, tin foil just doesn't transfer heat all that fast. Oh, we're making a mess on the... So we're just going to let him sit there for a few minutes. Alright, we're going to let that bird rest for about 15 minutes. Then I'm going to cut into that breast. Man, this thing just feels... I'll tell you, that is... I can't wait. I've at least got to have a piece of the skin. It's hot. Man, that is, I'm not waiting. I want a piece of this breast meat. Ouch. Hey, I'm still hot. Man, it's not like it tastes like Dr. Pepper, but it has a very it's good. It's interesting. It's unique. Man, I'm going to tell you right now, my favorite part of this bird is the skin. Man. That Uncle Chris's steak seasoning, it's a big old four-wheel drive. I thought I was going to drive by. I was going to get out of the way and let y'all see it. That skin with that Uncle Chris's, fancy Uncle Chris's steak seasoning. I'm telling you, man, that is like, I mean, this bird's just falling apart. This thing is, I mean, if I carve this thing like a turkey, oh yeah, let's get deep down in that breast meat and see if we pick up any of that Dr. Pepper flavor. Ouch! Dang, it's hot. You get deeper into this turkey and you get this little bit of a sweetness. Again, still not a distinct Dr. Pepper flavor, but something very distinct, very good, almost mysterious. All I can say is finger licking good. This thing is, I'll be doing a lot more of these, I'll tell you that right now. Other than the one time I had to add a log to the fire, I could have walked away from this thing for 90 minutes, which could be dangerous. I can drink a lot of beer in 90 minutes and completely forget about the chicken. I'm just keeping it real. Hey, I may have to cook another one for Thursday's episode just because I'm gonna stand here and eat this whole damn thing. My thing is so juicy, so tender. Make your tongue slap your brain out. Smell that. Oh, you can't. And because my cutting board is clean, all that I spilled out, look at that, mop it up. Holy crap! Still does, I mean, that's Dr. Pepper that I just mopped up with the seasonings. It still doesn't taste like Dr. Pepper. Like the Doctor has been cooked out of the pepper, or the pepper has been cooked out of the Doctor, one or the other. Man. Yeah, I was talking to some friends of mine on the phone earlier while I was cooking this. And Corey said, Dr. Pepper chicken. You know, like, what the hell, man? I've heard of beer can chicken. I said, yeah. I'm not sacrificing a beer for a chicken. Or I just pulled, I didn't cut, I pulled this leg off. So I'm gonna cut some meat off of this. If I can. Oh, there we go. So look, this is off the thigh quarter. Totally different flavor. I mean, like, same, but I'm gonna be sick tomorrow because I'm gonna stand right here and eat this whole freaking bird. It's that good.